Hey guys, this is my Smallville episode review, Lazarus, the episode Friday night. Sorry I'm a little late with it. I had things to do on Saturday, but I'm back and here's my take on it. I'm glad that season 10 is here. I've been waiting for it all summer. It should be pretty good. It was nice to see Lex back, even though it wasn't Michael Rosenbaum. I hear he might be coming back. I hear Cassidy Freeman is one of the latest people who want him to come back. But the guy, whoever the actor was Friday night that played Lex, did a very good job. I thought because Rosenbaum has a very calm way of acting, and even though he brings like a sense of the evil that's in Lex, this guy did a very good job. And a lot of people were saying that he looked like Voldemort. He really did, and that was mostly because he had like an older, kind of like deformed-ish face, and the ears a little bit were a little weird. But he did a very good job portraying the evil side of Lex. Uh, very, a very emotional moment when he was talking to Clark next to that tree. Um, uh, it was funny thinking, him thinking of them as, like equals, as like brothers almost. That Clark is the exact same thing as Lex, and we get that's sort of brought up in the episode a little bit with Jor-El. And one of the things I didn't really like about the episode was this whole pride thing going on with Clark. To me, it could, they can make it make sense. It doesn't really. Uh, I didn't really get it. To me, it came out of left field. I mean, for all this time, he hasn't had that much pride in his Kryptonian heritage. Now, all of a sudden, he has a lot of pride. But I mean, to me, at the end of nine, it was more of a, more of like a virtuous, noble, love for his heritage. But I mean, they alluded to him burning down, destroying the two towers in season nine, and Jor-El was angry at him for that. Um, but even though people brought up, that it was like a darker side of Clark, it wasn't really mentioned again. So maybe I'll warm up to this idea of the whole pride angle. It was nice to see Jor-El back. Terrence Stamp did a very good job. Hopefully, we'll have him back in more episodes. Um, the Superman suit, I'm glad to see it finally, but I wish they had made it. It clearly is the Superman Return suit, even though I think the red is a little brighter than the one in the movie. But I wish they had come up with a different suit, because even though it was good, I just wanted the S a bit bigger, and the little designs on the suit are really like little tiny S's, I think. And to me, I just didn't really like it back when they were doing the movie, and now that they have it in Smallville. So hopefully they change that. Well, hopefully they change it too. I doubt they will, but who knows? Maybe he'll get a new chest emblem. Maybe he'll make a new one. It's nice to see that it's in the fortress. To me, it's sort of like his own personal closet. I assume Jor-El put it there, even though um, Jor-El wasn't really that happy about some of the actions that Clark took. In the beginning, Jor-El says, "I wasn't the one who brought you back." Now that probably was alluding to, Lois taking the blue kryptonite dagger out, but if there's anything else to the story, I really don't know about that. If someone else brought him back, I was surprised that Jonathan wasn't going to be at the beginning. I thought he was. A lot of us thought. I think a lot of us thought it was going to be like a beginning of, he's dead and he comes back because of Jonathan. That's like the way they went in the comics during the Return of Superman story arc. Um, Actually, it was during the World Without a Superman arc with Jonathan when he flatlined and he's in the hospital. But I mean, he wasn't dead, but he had like a near death. He had like a near death experience where he saw Clark, and he brings him back. But I'm glad that they showed him at the end. It was a very good scene. John Schneider did a very good job pulling it off as always. It was so nice to see him come back. I mean, I have Um, we saw like the mother, Clark's mom last season come back at the very end, so we saw like the motherly advice that she can give. Now, she gave Strong very good advice, but it was more like a warning. This time he does, he gives him more. He gives him the same warning, but it's that old kind of, you know, I trust in you, son, um, stuff that Jonathan told him last, would tell him in earlier seasons. And I like, bringing back the whole pride thing, how he relates his anger over Lionel, which led to his death, with the anger that Clark feels now over various things. And it was just overall a very good scene, uh, very good setting. I was glad it took place at the barn near the fence. It made a lot of sense for it to happen there. Um, and also the contrast, I like how they contrasted Jarrell's more mean, you know, tougher take on Clark, even though, it's how he's been in every season. But, they really differentiated the two characters. Jonathan giving, it wasn't like lukewarm advice, it wasn't complacent, it was very strong, very powerful advice, very encouraging at the same time, not acknowledging that Clark has his own faults, but he has to get through them, and he has faith that he will. I think Jonathan also, I think the writers understand that Jonathan has the advantage of, that he grew up. He raised Clark from the very beginning. How much Jarrell keeps track of Clark, I don't really know. Is it only certain things? Is it everything? But it's really just Jarrell's different take on parenting. It was nice to see a little allusion to Pete and Lana. Season 10 to me, I think, is going to be, it's a closure season. It's the last one. I think they're going to really have a lot of good things that that the fans like to see. They may bring Pete back. Who knows? Maybe they'll bring back Lana. But Supergirl's coming back in a future episode. Michael Rosenbaum might come back probably at the end. The little thing about the little Alexander Luthor, who's now living with Tess, to me that's going to be interesting. My take on it is, um, he the road they may go down with that is that he has hair, so that may be their way of, because if the little kid, if little Alexander grows up too quick, then he'll have hair when he grows up, so they could bring Rosenbaum in, and he could keep his hair. I'd prefer he was either bald or had a bald cap, but if he has hair, then fine, they'll work with it that way. But I think that may be the road they're going down, where even though Tess raises him to a certain point, he's gonna grow up. He has all the memories of Lex, and he'll just become Lex Luthor. If the original Lex is dead, I don't really know. In the episode, Alexander said that they exist to repair the Creator. I assume that's Lex. It was nice to see Darkseid. I think what they're going to do is go the Phantom Zone route, with the Phantoms when they came from the Zone. They were mostly, they were like wraiths almost, almost like black clouds, like, black smoke. At the end of the episode, you see Darkseid's like a smoke kind of character form. So I think he's going to invade the body of someone, and that's how they're going to do it. Who knows? It might be Lex. I don't know, but stay tuned. Looks like Chloe's still here. She's going to be in a future episode, in a future issue of Action Comics. So it looks like they're not going to kill her off. So until next time, guys, take care. I'll see you during the next episode. Take care. Bye.